The agreement for a $16.7 million project called Fishadapt has been signed off on this month to enhance resilience across St. Lucia's fisheries and aquaculture sectors. While St. Lucia has benefited from several single-country-led and regional Green Climate Fund (GCF) readiness projects, this is St. Lucia's first full single-country project to be funded by the GCF. Chief Fisheries Officer Sarita Williams-Peter says this initiative will take a grassroots approach to ensure direct benefit to fishers and other players in the sector while restoring coastal ecosystems.
The project will be making investments in supporting the marine environment, helping rebuild, ensure that the damages is reduced to the marine environment. So things like coral restoration will be undertaken, and supporting the marine environment so that it can support the fishery. Second, we're going to be looking at the tools that they use, the fish landing sites, the infrastructure, the fishing vessels, and ensuring safety at sea. So all of these will be re-equipped. We'll be weatherproofing or climate-proofing our fisheries facilities to reduce incidents of flood or damages and come to increase storm events and increase frequency of storms.
Chief Sustainable Development and Environment Officer Don Pierre Nathaniel says this initiative will contribute significantly to St. Lucia's climate goals.
The Department of Sustainable Development is the climate change focal point, and we have worked with the Fisheries Department and the stakeholders in St. Lucia in terms of getting the priority areas in terms of building climate resilience for St. Lucia. And we have 8 priority sectors, and one of these priority sectors is fisheries. So we've been engaged with them in readiness projects under the GCF before, but this one is what will culminate into a big project that will impact persons on the ground, the fishers on the ground, in terms of building resilience.
The Fishadapt project was drafted with heavy stakeholder input, including the Department of Sustainable Development, acting as the national climate change focal point.
The Department of Sustainable Development is a critical partner because when it comes to climate change, climate variability, and increasing resilience as a country, the Department of Sustainable Development plays a critical role in the policy development and calling to action and bringing and mainstreaming agencies so that we incorporate climate change within everything that we do. So that support, that technical support that is provided is very critical to us. And it will continue to be very critical as we call upon all partners to help support the implementation of this project. The Department of Sustainable Development plays a critical role in terms of the negotiations on climate change and being able to get for the country a lot of financing to support adaptation. So
St. Lucia's Fishadapt project is one of 3 approved in a record $300 million allocation from the GCF. Successful implementation of the Fishadapt project will signify a paradigm shift in how St. Lucia addresses climate vulnerability in its blue economy. From the Department of Sustainable Development, I am Jessie Leonce reporting.